Okay, hello, masters. Hello, everyone. Myself, Deepika. I'm from Finland. I'm your friend. So let's start with today's meditation. Everyone, just relax yourself. Tune into yourself. Let go of any distractions. Relax your shoulders and ease your body. You can keep a water bottle next to you. Make sure you are undisturbed and relaxed in a quiet place. The form of meditation we are doing today was first taught thousands of years ago by the Buddha. It is called Anapanasati. Ana means in breath. Apana means out breath. And Sati means to be with. So today we'll stay present with the breath and with the out breath. Let's everyone connect with the music energies. Let's breathe evenly, normally, and steadily. In and out through the nose. If you are wearing glasses, kindly remove them. And now just sit in a relaxed posture wherever you find it comfortable. If you're sitting in your chair, cross your legs. If you're seated on the bed or floor, you can sit in a lotus position or in any comfortable position. Simply remember to cross your legs. Be as comfortable as you can. The goal is to be in a relaxed posture. Make sure your body is not stiff or uncomfortable in any way. We will now delve deeper into the technique of Anapanasati. Clasp your hands, close your eyes, and cross your legs. Become one with your natural, gentle, and easy breath. Simply observe it. No focus, no mantra, no chanting, no concentration. Just be one with your conscious breath. With every breath, your body relaxes more. Please breathe naturally and simply notice where the breath is easiest to detect and where the breath also feels pleasant or at least natural. You might feel the touch of your breath around your nostrils or on your upper lip, or perhaps you feel the movement of your chest or the rising and falling of your abdomen, or perhaps you feel your whole body like a balloon expanding with the in breath, deflating with the out breath. With practice, you'll find the mind might wander less, and also you'll catch this wandering mind sooner. You'll also find that with the practice, it's easier for you to return to the breath. It's easier to let go of whatever you are thinking and just come back to your intention, which is breath awareness. So observe and practice the return on your own. Each time you notice the mind has wandered, simply return to the breath. Thoughts will arise, but they will also go. If we do not chase them, so when you notice a thought has arisen, return to the breath. Perhaps aware of the temperature of breath. Cool breath in and warm breath out. Or let the mind rest on the gentle sound of your breath. Easy, quiet, and steady. Find the place in the body where the breath is speaking to you most clearly and rest your mind there. Again, each time you find the mind wandered, return to that place, return to the breath. Wherever the mind is right now, return to the breath awareness. Stay with the breath just for a few more minutes. Yes, that's right. Gentle and easy. And now we are slowly moving from deep within our body to the awareness of the present moment. Wherever the mind is now, let's come back to the breath. Last 1 minute. You are aware and conscious of your breathing. And now, last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, gently place your palms on your eyes and count of 5. You can come back and open your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open your eyes. And namaste, everyone, and welcome back. Take your time and enjoy the moment. We'll start in a minute. You can drink water. So I would like to welcome everyone once again. Today is day 14 of the workshop. And I would like to start introducing our reader today. And our guest speaker today is Smita Parpani ji. She worked as an adult LBS literacy basic skills at Toronto District School Board for the past 6 years, though started her career as ESL instructor in UK since 2009. She teaches computer workshops. I would like to welcome her. Smita ji.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, welcome, Smita ji.
Thank you for the introduction. Thank you.
And next, I would like to introduce our amazing mentor, Riya Sharma. She lives in Toronto, Canada. She has been associated with Shukrana Foundation for the past 4 years and been practicing law of attraction since. She has experienced magical transformation in various aspects of her life. Welcome, Riya ji.
Thank you so much, Deepika ji. Thank you so much for your lovely meditation as well today. It was very deep. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to your session, to all the friends and masters on this call. So happy to be here, and we are now moving on to chapter 8. As Deepika ji said, we have already completed 14 days of this workshop, and the book, magic book that we are reading together, moving on to chapter 8 today. Today's chapter was also quite important. We read about how to get out of negativity because everybody somewhat now or has in the past has noticed that they do fall into some sort of negative aspects in their lives in different various scenarios, be it in the relationships or money or work related, any of those, even health, it can take you to a negative aspect in life. But how to get out of it was one practice that we learned yesterday. And you must have all maybe noticed when you practiced and did the assignment that it was basically based on all the environment around us. It's not just particularly that scenario, that negative situation that you may have picked for yourself. It could also, the environment affects everything else around us. It's like, if I give an example, when we plant a flower, for example, it is important that the environment is taken care of, not only just the soil, but how often we water the plant, how much sun we have to give to the plant, and the air that is sitting in, all of that matters to bloom. The flower needs to bloom when you have taken care of all the environmental side as well. So same with the chapter that we read together yesterday. When there is a situation that is negative, not only are we going to get out of it by thinking positively for it, but also we are fixing the environment around it. So we are not speaking negative about that particular thing many a times. And also try to use the lifeline that was provided yesterday. Was a nice tip from the book that we can use a lifeline at any point of time, which will take us from negative into the positive side again. So it's quite helpful. It was a very deep chapter as well. Many people sometimes need to read it a few times to understand what it really means. Because initially we might think that it's just a normal chapter, but it is quite deep and it helps us to move forward. And that's why it's put in day 7. And as we move on to the further chapters, you will notice that that's just a foundation that we are moving on to generate for ourselves in the future, right? So let's move on then. Smita ji is going to be reading for us again today. So thank you for being here, Smita ji.
Yes, thank you.
I would like to request all the masters present here, please note down, take the notes and start applying them, in your life too.
Okay. Do you want me to start, Riyaji?
Yes, please, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so we are on day 8, the magic ingredient. A thankful heart, a continual feast. This is a quote by W.J. Cameron, 1879 to 1953. He's a journalist and a businessman.
Yeah.
Giving
so
thanks.
What is a feast? Sorry, Smita, I'm just going to add a little bit to this here. So what is a feast? A feast is when we are really celebrating, when we're serving any meals, and in a celebration, we call it a feast at that point of time. So when we feel really grateful and we are celebrating life, that's when we feel like we're serving a feast. So that can be magically every day that we are living, and we can do that for ourselves every day that we are enjoying a meal, but we can make it a celebration every day for us by just adding that little magic ingredient. And the word, as we read further, and Smita ji will read further for us, we will get to know what is the magical ingredient.
So giving thanks for food before we eat is a tradition that has been followed for thousands of years, dating back to the ancient Egyptians. With the fast pace of life in the 21st century, taking the time to give thanks for a meal has more often than not been left behind. But using the simple act of eating and drinking as an opportunity to be grateful will increase the magic in your life exponentially.
Yeah, so many people we have noticed around us that they will give thanks or they pray before they start their meals together at their dining table. So there is a reason behind it, as the book is also mentioning, and it's a tradition that people follow, and some are obviously moving away from it because they're so busy. They're always rushing before, like they have to eat. Either they have a call or they have to get somewhere. So sometimes we're missing out on those things, and That's why we have all these lacks in our lives right now, because we are moving away from what was actually part of our lives all along. And we didn't continue or carrying forward it to our children, even because we are ourselves not following those rules anymore. So, those are the things that were given to us to be grateful for before we eat or drink anything, and be grateful for not only to make ourselves feel healthy, but also that part of gratitude will go along every bite that we are taking inside our body, and it will make us feel energetic, healthy, and fit. So that was making a huge difference back in the time. But nowadays, obviously, a lot of people are lacking and not able to have a perfect health because they're lacking on these things for now. So let's read forward and see how we can change that again.
Right, so I'm reading for you now. If you think about a time when you were really hungry, you will remember that you could not think or function normally. Your body felt weak. You might have started to tremble. Your mind became confused and your feelings plummeted. All of this can happen after not eating for just a few hours. You need food to live, to think, and to feel good. And so there is a great deal to be grateful for about food.
Yes. So you should be really grateful for not only the food, but also that you're able to eat the food and digest and enjoy a meal. So it's not just being grateful for the food that is being laid on our table, in our plate, but also you should be thankful for all the body parts that will use to, digest the food, and how you can, feel healthy when the food is going in, and that you're enjoying your meal as well. So these are all little parts that come along when we are giving gratitude for our foods and any meals and any drinks that we intake.
To feel even more gratitude for food, take a moment and think about all the people who contributed to you having food to eat. For you to eat fresh fruit and vegetables, the growers had to plant and nurture the fruit and vegetables with continuous watering, protecting them over many months until they were ready for harvesting. Then there are the pickers, the packers, and the distributors, and the transportation people who drive enormous distances day and night, all of them working together in perfect harmony to ensure that every fruit and vegetable is delivered fresh to you and is available year around.
Right. So this chapter is also telling us not only about how to be grateful for food, but also every person, every individual that is involved in bringing that food onto our table. When we are actually bringing the food, any groceries from the grocery store onto our table, it's not just that, but it was grown somewhere, any vegetables was grown somewhere, any fruits that was grown, and then, watered, just the way they've explained it in this particular chapter, that how it is, so many people have input so much hard work into that one item to bring it onto our table, and we can enjoy it. So as we are started thinking further and further deeply about being grateful for our food, we also are able to think a little bit more deeply about the people who have been involved in bringing that to us.
Reading over here now, think about the meat growers, fishermen, dairy farmers, coffee and tea growers, and all the packaged food companies who work tirelessly to produce the food we eat. The world's food production is a breathtaking orchestration that takes place every day, and it is unfathomable that is all works when you think about the number of people involved in maintaining the world's food and drink supplies to stores, restaurants, supermarkets, cafes, airplanes, schools, hospitals, and every home on the planet. Shall I continue?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Food is a gift. It's a gift of nature, because there would be nothing for any of us to eat if nature didn't supply us with the soil, nutrients, and water to grow food. Without water, there would be no food, vegetation, animals, or human life. We use water to cook our meals, grow our food, maintain our gardens, supply our bathrooms, sustain every vehicle that moves, support our hospitals, fuel, mining, and manufacturing industries, enable transportation, make our roads, make clothes, and every consumer product and appliance on the planet, make plastic, glass, and metal, make life-saving medications, and build our homes and every other building and structure. And water keeps our bodies alive. Water, 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 glorious water. If
Right.
there is magic on this planet, it is contained in water. Sorry.
Correct. The water, so water is one item that we probably don't give enough gratitude to, and nothing really exists without water. The way they have already mentioned in this part that anything in the world that is existing now, even us, our bodies also are made 70% of water. So we are not giving enough gratitude towards water at all. So that makes a huge, lack in our lives as well, because somewhat we are taking water for granted. When we are offered water, when we go to someone's house, that's the first thing we get offered, that would you like any water to drink? And, we just take it like a small thing. But really, water, we can be so grateful for water every single day, because not only are all the things around us made out of water, our bodies are made out of that, but it also keeps us kind of alive in life. So water is one thing that we should be really grateful. Every sip that we take, you can use it I use it like a reminder to myself that anytime I fill up my bottle of water, and anytime I have it around with me, I look at it and I take it as a reminder that I need to be grateful for every water or anything that I'm going to drink, even tea or any other drinks. And I set it as a reminder to myself. I have it along with me throughout my home, that I carry it around, and keep reminding myself that I need to pay more and more gratitude for the water. And even not only that, we also, when we are taking a bath, in the washrooms, brushing our teeth, there's a lot of water that is required at all times. And one day, imagine if you didn't have water, or for any reason you have to turn off your water for anything, then we start managing around it. Oh my God, in 15 minutes there will be no water supply. And then we try to work around it quickly enough, because if there would be no water for a whole day, imagine you wouldn't be able to function at all. Not only just to stay alive, maybe you can get through that one day, but anything else will kind of stop working around you, because we do require water at all times.
So I'm just reading the quote now. If there is magic on this planet, it is contained in water. And it is a quote by Lorraine Esley in between 1907 to 1977, and who was an anthropologist and natural science writer. I'm going to start from you. Where would we be without food and water? We simply wouldn't be here. None of our family or friends would be here either. We wouldn't have this day or any tomorrow. But here we are on this beautiful planet together, living life with its challenges and ecstatic joys because of the nature's gifts of food and water. To say the simple magic words, thank you, before you eat or drink anything is an act of recognition and gratitude for the miracle of food and water.
Yeah. So we are probably not used to doing that. I mean, sitting down maybe with our family, we probably, some of us may do already, pray before we eat our meals. But at times, for any small things, even snacking during the day or here and there while we're cooking, sometimes we taste our food at that time while we're cooking. We don't say thank you at that moment. So it will be a nice practice if everybody can apply that into their lives, that anytime that you take anything from your mouth in any form through like, water or any meals, you just say the words thank you before you put it in your mouth. And then that becomes a practice and eventually a habit that we will start practicing more and more.
The incredible thing is that when you're grateful for food and water, it doesn't just affect your life. Your gratitude also impacts the world's supply. If enough people felt gratitude for food and water, it would actually help the people who are starving and in great need. By the law of attraction and Newton's law of action and reaction, the action of mass gratitude must produce an equal mass reaction, which would change the circumstances of scarcity of food and water for everyone on the planet.
Right. So this, I totally believe in that as well. Just like on this platform, when we are all coming together and meditating at the same time, that's like a mass meditation. So that really helps us all because everybody's energy helps each other to move forward and give that positivity out there. And same with here, when everybody now in any time on any time zone that they're in, if we are giving thanks to any food and water at all times, it will definitely help to have that abundance into the world for everybody who, obviously there are cities in Africa or any other part of India. There are so many people who actually go to bed without having any food or water, and then they go to sleep like that. But why are those areas like that? Because there's a lot of scarcity around it, because we have all provided that energy, even in the news, all over the news. They keep spreading that word that, these areas and these countries are lacking of food or money. And that keeps on spreading because it's a negative thought that they are spreading, and nobody's actually putting a positive thought in there by saying, like how many people are providing food, or how many people are sending clothes to certain countries or helping them out financially. So that word is not spread as much, but all the negative is spread out more. So that's why I barely watch any news. I do look at the headlines, but I don't watch those news because that kind of puts me a little bit down and my energy lower. So I don't like to watch those things, but as much as I can for my part, and wherever I can spread the word, I try to think positively and spread the positive word out. And that really makes a difference, even if we are not in the same country, in different various places, but it makes a difference what you put in your thoughts and give it out as an energy that will bring a difference into the world.
I'm reading from you. Okay. In addition, your gratitude for food and water keeps the magic continuing in your life, and it will weave its glorious golden thread through everything that is dear to you, everything that you love, and everything that you are dreaming of. Shall I continue?
Sure.
Yeah. So in ancient times, people believed that when they blessed their food and water with gratitude, it purified whatever they were blessing. And when you look at the theories and discoveries that quantum physics have made in recent times, such as the observer effect, the ancients may very well have been right. The observer effect in quantum physics refers to changes that the act of observation makes on whatever is being observed. Imagine if focusing gratitude on your food and drinks changed their energy structure and purified them so that everything you consumed had the ultimate effect of well-being on your body.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. One of the ways to experience the magic of gratitude instantly with food and drinks is to really savor what you're eating or drinking. When you savor your food or drinks, you are appreciating them or being grateful. As an experiment, next time you are in the middle of eating food or drinking any liquid, when you take a mouthful, concentrate on the taste of the food in your mouth or the flavor of the liquid before you swallow it. You will find that when you focus on the food or drink in your mouth and savor it, the flavors seem to explode. And when you don't focus, the flavors weaken dramatically. If your energy of focus and gratitude, that instantly enhances the flavor.
Yeah. So here, this is the practice that we're moving on eventually. This is the assignment that we start focusing while we're eating our food. At times I see some children, even my own, sometimes they want to watch an iPad or TV while they're eating. So then you're taking away the attention from your food onto the television, whatever you're watching. And the energy depends also on what you're watching will impact on how the food is being taken inside your body. So if you're watching, for example, any like a scary movie or anything like that, that is a little bit unpleasant, there might be a scene that is not so fun. Some people watch news, which has obviously negative news all around it. So if you're watching that and eating at the same time, you're taking that negativity inside while swallowing your food, every bite that you may take. And that will really impact on your health, because somewhere then you may start feeling, which you can now obviously see for yourself, that you probably start feeling a little bit low or tired or, lethargic on certain points, depending whatever you watched and that energy you have taken in now with your food in every bite that while you were eating. So we suggest here, and the book is also just suggesting that we move on and try not to do that and turn off all those devices and watch your food, what is in your plate. You can pay attention to what is being served, and every bite that you take and pay attention, you will actually start feeling and tasting every flavor of it. On every single bite, you will notice that, oh, this is great. And that is, sometimes obviously we haven't made the food, my mom made it, or, any other family member has made the food or served it to us. And then every bite will, you will actually savor it the way it's saying it here. And that way you will also feel more and more grateful, because you're encouraging your feelings to pay attention to what you're doing. And even water tastes very different. There's so many different waters and water companies that are existent. Even the bottled water, like my husband introduced me to so many flavors, and I never noticed that every water tastes different. But because I started paying more attention, I can tell the difference now, that every bottle of water tastes kind of different. And I feel so grateful that I am able to see the differences now for myself and experience them. So that's one thing that I would suggest to everybody, that if we have the habit of watching TV or any devices while we're eating, we should try to avoid them and start paying more attention to our meals. And, it was also recommended in one of the previous books that I've read that you take a bite and chew them about 32 times. So when you're paying attention that way, you'll easily slow down and also start feeling more grateful for every bite that you're taking. Let's move on then, Smitaji.
Before you eat or drink anything today, whether you're about to eat a meal, a piece of fruit, or a snack, or have a drink of anything, including water, take a moment to look at what you're about to eat or drink, and in your mind or out loud, say the magic words, "Thank you." And if you can, just take one mouthful, really savoring it. It will not only increase your enjoyment, it will help you to feel far more gratitude. You can also try something I do, which helps me to feel even more gratitude. When I say the magic words, I weave my fingers over my food or drink as though I'm sprinkling them with magic dust. And I imagine that the magic dust instantly purifies everything it touches. Doing this has helped me really feel that gratitude is the magic ingredient, and I want to add it to everything I eat and drink. If you find it more effective, you can imagine that you have a shaker of magic dust in your hand, and you're shaking the magic dust out of the shaker all over your food before you eat and into every drink.
Yes. So here the author is suggesting for making yourself a shaker. You know how you have salt and pepper shakers? You could use one empty one and maybe make it pretty or have a design on it, or maybe write it a magic dust on it and have it at your table where you have your meals, and use it every time as a reminder again, that every time you bring any snack or any food at the table or any drinks as well, and you can just sprinkle it on top of your meals. So it will be a reminder to you that you're adding that magical ingredient, which is the gratitude for anything that you will also now, when you are taking it inside your body from your mouth, you will feel more grateful for that particular meal at that moment. And it will keep reminding you to be grateful for every bite that you take. So that is a suggestion from the author, Rhonda Ryan, which is also great. I have tried that as well. But on the long term, I use my water bottle as a reminder for myself. So either way, it's just the way, whatever works for you individually, you can use any of these options.
So I'm continuing here. If
Sure.
at any time during the day you forget to say the magic words thank you before you eat or drink anything, as soon as you remember, close your eyes, go back in your mind to the time when you forgot, visualize yourself in your mind for a second or two before you ate or drank, and say the magic words. If you forget to be grateful for food and drinks multiple times in the day, then repeat the same practice tomorrow. You can't afford to miss a single day in building your gratitude. Your dreams depend on it. Being grateful for simple things. Okay.
No problem. So here they're letting us know that obviously it's a practice that we will build on going forward. But initially, we probably forget here and there to say thank you for any of the foods that we intake or any water that we drank throughout the day or tea. So it can be possible that, you have missed out something. But again, you have to stay in awareness and throughout the day, as if, you had your breakfast, you had your lunch, but by dinner time, you realize, oh my God, I never said thank you for that meal at that point. So you can, just the way it's suggested here, that you can think back and say thank you afterwards as well for the meals, because you will still remember what did you eat, what did you drink at that time, and feel that gratefulness for that moment and continue. And I would suggest to continue this exercise for now, from now till we finish up the book and further if you're going to do that, because obviously we can never be grateful for water or any food that is provided to us at any point. It's never enough, I would say. So to feel that gratitude and energize ourselves with this gratitude feeling, this is, I think, the best practice, because anytime the food will come onto our table, it will be a reminder that, oh, we should say thank you to God or universe or whoever we believe in, that food was provided to us. So it will be definitely helpful that we continue these practices and carry that forward.
This is the final paragraph. Being grateful for the simple things in life, like food and water, is one of the deepest expressions of gratitude. And when you can feel that degree of gratitude, you will see the magic happen. So now is the list. Shall I continue, Riyaji?
Yes, sure. Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is the assignment, I believe. The magic ingredient. Number 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread your list. And at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, before you eat or drink anything today, take a moment to look at what you're about to eat or drink, and in your mind or out loud, say the magic words, thank you. If you want, you can sprinkle your food or drink with the magic dust. Number 3, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Smitaji, for your lovely reading. So yes, so quick summary to this assignment for today. Again, we are continuing with our Count Your Blessings and the Magic Rock in the evening at the same time. And just a simple assignment for the day, but like I recommended, if you can continue that longer, that will definitely be beneficial to everybody. To say, it's just a simple thank you for before every meal or any drinks that we intake in the morning or throughout the day. And be thankful for that. And as if you want to set yourself a reminder, you can make a little sprinkler, the magic dust, how they are mentioning here, to create that shaker for yourself and keep it on your table. So anybody within your family, you want to sprinkle little the magic ingredient, which is the gratefulness to everybody's meals, that will definitely, it increases your faith in these practices, and it encourages everybody to follow those assignments as well. So it will be quite helpful if you continue this for a longer period of time, but see it for yourself, which will make a slight difference in your life in doing all these assignments that we have learned so far in different various areas, like the relationship, money, health, and anything else that will come forward, because we will repeat some of the exercises. It's going to be level 2. If the next one, like magic practice number 9, is again about magic money, and that will be a level 2 from the one that we learned before. So that will make a huge difference if you are continuing and following all these exercises we've done so far, and it will make it easier for you as well, because you have now learned to be more grateful for every situation, every dealings throughout your day. So thank you so much for everyone for being here. And if anybody has any questions related to this assignment or anything that we have learned so far, I will be more than happy to assist you and help you out. Thank you.
Just wanted to share that I have been doing this since last Monday when I read these few chapters, as I said earlier. So I think I've seen my grandfather doing that. Like from my childhood, I remember that he used to, pray always before the food. And I think the traditions were really forgotten. So I started again, and every time I do, and sometimes even I'm doing the magic dust, praying things like that with my breakfast and then eating. And I'm just going to observe for the changes. Thank you.
That's lovely. Awesome. Thank you, Smitaji, for sharing. I think there's a raised hand. Pangui, are you able to unmute? Can the participants unmute themselves? No? They're not able to
I have
unmute.
given option.
Okay.
Can you unmute now? If you can, Pangoi, can you unmute yourself now? Yeah, you are unmuted.
Yes. My question is on money. The part where we bargain, is it part of gratitude or is part of complaining?
Sorry,
When
I
you
didn't
go,
understand.
probably, when you're going to buy fruits.
Mhm.
Hello? Hi.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
When you're buying fruit and then you ask if he's selling the fruit at 20 shillings, and then you ask him if he can sell it to you at 10 shilling, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, that's fine. What I suggest and what I have learned myself is when you want to make a deal or bargain about any of the items, do that beforehand. Like you said, if they're offering for 20 and you want it for 10, you do your bargaining. But once you have come to a conclusion of what is the amount that you have to spend, when you're giving the money out at that point, I would recommend you to feel more grateful for the money that you're giving it to them. Okay, and not in that anger that, if they didn't agree to your price, so you don't feel that anger or any hard feelings because the energy will go into that money. So this is some assignment that will come in the future in a couple of days. You will notice that that's one thing that we will also learn how to handle those kind of situation. But because you asked me this question, so it's okay to bargain beforehand before you actually handling with the money. But once you have come to a conclusion about what amount are you going to pay, at that time, I would say you bring that gratitude feeling back in yourself and give it with a good feeling to the person and give your money out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I think there's a question in the chat. Steelam Pallaviji, drink with magic dust. Please let me know in detail. Basically, the magic dust is just like a shaker if you want to remind yourself to add that gratitude ingredient, which is the gratitude, to add it into your drinks or your meal. You just use it like a shaker on top of your drinks before you drink it. So it's just a reminder to be grateful for your food and your water. I hope that answers your question. Anybody else with any question or any doubts about any other assignments in the past or today's assignment? Muniraji has a question. Yes, obviously, any situations that are unpleasant, they may come across, but now you will still do your part of being grateful. And that is like yesterday's chapter that, you know, if you have, like you're mentioning, a bad news or any circumstance that is negative, you need to find for yourself 10 good things in that situation. What did you learn maybe out of it? You know, if somebody said something unpleasant to you, it may have hurt your feelings, but at the same time, you learned a few new things that, you know, maybe you shouldn't react a certain way in that moment. You learn to be more calm and not to get upset about it. You know, things like that. You have to consciously make that effort for yourself to stay positive in any given circumstance. That is basically the practice. Gratitude won't take away any of unpleasantness from your life, but it will teach you how to go through it and deal with them. I hope that helps, Muniraji. Yeah, so Mohini ji, the shaker is empty and we are imagining magic dust is being sprinkled on food. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, it is empty. And you just imagine that there is golden dust coming out, that just the way it was shown in the picture in that particular chapter, that it just brings that, you know, you'll smile while adding that gratitude into your food and drinks. Yes, correct, empty. Bharti ji, you spoke about chewing 32 times. There is an institute, they recommend this also helps to eat less. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I had read a book, Ikigai, and it had mentioned there that that would also help us to focus on our food and be grateful for every bite that we're chewing. So 32 times is definitely, it's a practice that will require some time to get to that point, but as many times, as far as you can go. I can go up to 28.
I have a question, but it is not regarding reading. So I'll wait till the end because